space is the domain of scientists, right? It's all about engineering, physics, that kind of stuff. Well, consider this. It was artists such as Leonardo da Vinci and writers such as Jules Verne who first made us think in a creative way beyond our furthest horizons. And space does have a cultural dimension. There are individuals all over the world who are right at the forefront of proving it. And believe it or not, art is out there. This is the first piece of art in space. It's a three-dimensional sculpture known as the Cosmic Dancer. It spent time with the Russian cosmonauts on board the Mir space station, courtesy of the Swiss-based American artist Arthur Woods.
The idea of making an artwork that could be seen by the entire world seemed to me something of an exciting challenge. The Cosmic Dancer was an evolution of my art. I was working with shapes, both on canvas, and my painting became abstract in a very three-dimensional way. So I was making sculptures for several years that were designed to stand or sit in a different position. And that was only possible to do in the weightlessness of outer space. In my case, knowing that every sculpture ever made has been influenced by gravity, to see it finally released from this cosmic force in that environment was something very special.
Having overcome so many obstacles to achieve his mission, my next question had to be, how does an American artist and a Russian cosmonaut communicate?
They gave us a commentary on their reactions, which was very informative. Alexander Polichuk, who had a background in music and art, he was very eloquent about some of his reactions to it. He felt the sculpture, for him, simulated a musical instrument, the way it moved with its own kinetic energy and weightlessness. And they felt that the sculpture, because of its texture, it felt alive. And this was a welcome addition to their environment. Plus, the diversion from the monotony of their activity, being months without other kind of contact. I think they enjoyed this aspect very much as well.
This is a unique project which could have been potentially controversial. So, did these scientists involved really take him seriously?
The scientists and the people who would actually work on the project, they were very fascinated to work with it because it was an interesting diversion, a challenge from their day-to-day routines in a scientific way. Actually, the administrators and the bureaucracy of the, for example, the space agencies, they had a much more difficult time to deal with the idea because I think they were afraid of the public backlash they might have of wasting money on art instead of spending money on science.
With technology becoming more advanced, does this mean that artists will have more access to space?
With the commercialization of space, there's going to be other opportunities. The price, the access to space, this is the really limiting factor. Once the price of doing these kind of projects becomes more reasonable, you'll see artists taking advantage of this technology.
Other artists are already planning to display their work on Mars in the next few years, but Arthur has his own ideas.
I see this moment of humanity developing on our planet, the different technologies, everything sort of coming together, and it's the moment where the planet itself wants to send its seed out in order to promote its survival. And so, as an artist, I'm working on this idea of helping to send seeds into space, symbolically, but maybe even eventually realistically.
He's hoping that his vision can be as successful in the next millennium as it has been in this one.